the new coach of the Colts. Jim Irsay couldn't help himself. He blurted out how much he likes the Alabama quarterback.
Right.
Okay, so, if your assessment as the Texans, as Nick Caserio, is Bryce Young is not the guy that you want to build a team around. We don't want to build a team around him. The Colts seem like they do, and we play him twice a year. And if we're right about Bryce Young, they're wrong about Bryce Young. And, yeah, we'd really rather not do a trade in our own division, but it's kind of like rolling a Trojan horse up to the gates. If you believe Bryce Young is not really going to be as good as number 2 in the draft would suggest.
Yeah.
And that this screws up the Colts and sets them back, and he's going to struggle, and he's not big enough. Would you do a 2-4 trade with the Colts if you could pick up their first-round pick next year, going down just 2 spots?
Yeah.
And still get, a pretty good player at number 4.
I think I would.
I hadn't thought of that until you said that.
Yeah.
But, man, that would be intriguing. That's the kind of stuff we need to happen. Hey, Chris Ballard. Hey, Nick Caserio. Get on the phone and make that happen so we have something to talk about later this week. That would be something to talk about.
It's not a crazy scenario. It's not. And especially like we're talking about, the Texans don't really look as Bryce Young is their type of guy. They go, okay, hey, we'll go to number 4, and, one of the guys that's our type will be there. So, that would be interesting, certainly. And again, this is not knowledge or, I should say, like, I'm not hearing this or whatever, but just knowing people and, being around the league for as long as I have been, those are the things I'm thinking about right now as I, go through the draft process and got to get ready for my own damn mock drafts and all of that stuff. So, yeah, there's that scenario. And then, yeah, the caveat of number 3 of the Cardinals sitting there where we all think they want to go defense, but they're probably going to be open for business and going, hey, anybody want any of these quarterbacks? Come up here to number 3. We're open.
1, 2, 3. And they don't want to use the 4th overall pick on their 4th quarterback if their top 3 guys are gone. That's when the Lamar Jackson scenario comes into play. And in theory, although I think it would look, it's a stupid theory. Sometimes the theory makes sense, sometimes it doesn't. In theory, that would be the point where you trade with the Ravens and give them the 4th overall pick, but you still have to have Lamar Jackson under contract or it doesn't work. So that's not going to work. But my point is this, maybe that's where the Colts go in a different direction and then make a run at Lamar Jackson after the draft. If they see their top 3 quarterbacks go, they don't think their 4th guy merits that spot. The other thing to do is they could trade down and take their 4th quarterback later. They could run that game and take that risk that guy won't be there. 4 is too high for this guy. We can move down. Somebody can come up and get the first non-quarterback in the draft, and we can get Will Levis, Hendon Hooker, whoever, later in the round. There's risk there, but we've seen teams do that. Sometimes it pays off. When it doesn't, you don't find out about it. That's something the Colts could do.
Yeah, definitely. And then the Colts are interesting in the Shane Steichen fact, too, of, what are they looking for? Are they looking for Justin Herbert and like a Will Levis type of guy, right? Like where all big, throw bombs down the field and do all that, where Shane Steichen had that with the Chargers? Or are they looking for a Jalen Hurtsy type of guy, right? Is their eye on Richardson? And if he is gone, then the scenario opens up like you talk about. But then you trade down, right? And there's no guy like Richardson left. But Hendon Hooker, again, we've talked about he can move, he can play. Levis is athletic. I think he's raw. He's got some stuff to work on. And then the other guy I'm going to throw out there just for late 1st round, early 2nd round thoughts that I think deserves to be is Dorian Thompson-Robinson. It's another guy that I think is, he's the quiet guy that I could see teams going, oh, we'll wait till the 2nd round, early 2nd round to maybe get him or whatever. But yeah, they have some options there, but they're definitely in an interesting spot, like you said. If it goes 1, 2, 3 quarterback, and the quarterback they wanted is off the board, what the hell do they do?
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.